as always, for joining me. We are going to be going through a beginner's flow today, beginner's vinyasa flow. So perfect for those of you who are new to yoga or new to vinyasa yoga. Now, just by way of introduction, vinyasa yoga it's like a constant flow. It's almost like a dance between your movement and your breath as you flow from one position to the other, and the positions are linked by your breath. So it is like a synchronization. So I will guide you through when to inhale and when to exhale throughout the practice. Now, don't get caught up on that too much. I understand that when you first start practicing, and I remember when I first started and the teacher would say, inhale now and exhale now, and I was like, I don't even know what the positions are, like it was so confusing. So just try to follow as much as you can, but don't get caught up on that. Just make sure that you are breathing in general. We don't want any emergencies. And if you need to stop at any point, then stop. Take breaks, just make sure that you are listening to your body and giving it what it needs. But also know that in time that will come, and it will become second nature. It just becomes natural to inhale in certain positions, like when you're opening and you're lifting through your chest, you'll breathe in. When you're doing a forward fold, you'll exhale, and you'll come to know that. So just stick with it, try and enjoy it, and yeah, just know that you can rest at any point. So yeah, we will get started. There'll be nothing too strenuous in there. So yeah, perfect for any beginners. And then I've got some all levels ones that you can try after that if you do feel like you want a little bit more of a challenge. So we're going to start in a seated position. So if you just come to any comfortable seat, really. You can come to a cross-legged position, maybe half lotus, or if this feels uncomfortable to you, you can then just extend your legs out in front of you, maybe come to a kneeling position, whatever feels good for you right now. And then just bring your hands to rest wherever feels comfortably, so maybe that's on your knees, maybe it's in your lap. Try to have your palms facing up towards the ceiling, and take a big inhale as you lengthen through your spine and roll your shoulders up, back and down as you exhale. So wherever you are sitting now, you just want to really feel that sense of lengthening through your spine, growing tall and through your neck, through the crown of your head, reaching it up towards the ceiling as your sit bones ground down to the earth beneath you. And so we always start our practice by what we call arriving on our mat, so just taking the time to be still, to transition from thinking to feeling, and just taking our awareness to our internal bodies, starting to tune out anything external, and a way that we can continue to do this, to keep bringing ourselves back to the present when maybe we're being distracted by the external or by thoughts and stories that may come, is to focus on our breath. So first of all, just start to watch your breath. Don't change anything, just observe the rise and the fall of your body. Maybe notice if your inhale is longer, or if the breath on your exhale is longer. And then just start to deepen that breath now. Breathing in and out through your nose. As you inhale, feel your belly balloon, feel it expand. as you exhale, feel the release. Feel your navel draw back in towards your spine. Again, breathing in, feeling your belly balloon. Exhale, feel that release, the sense of letting go. Again, breathe in, belly expands, chest rises. Exhale, release, chest falls, navel draws back towards your spine. Continuing this breathing into your belly and then bringing it up into your chest, your whole body full. Draw that breath up, take a pause. And exhale, send it back down. Release. Again, breathing in, belly expands. Draw that breath up into your rib cage, into your chest. Take a pause. And exhale, release. Letting go. So with every single exhale, just allow your shoulders to drop a little more. Feel that sense of ease, of letting go, of letting any tension, anything you may feel in your body that's bringing you a sense of tightness, just allow it to fizzle away. So throughout your practice, just try to keep the connection to your breath. If you do feel your mind wandering, know that's completely normal. Just accept, acknowledge where it goes. And then come back to your breath. Back to the sensations of your inhale, of your exhale, of the rise and the fall of your body. Taking a big breath in now. Sweep both hands up above your head. Interlace your fingers and then flip your palms around. So your palms are pushing up towards the ceiling. Really reaching, lengthening here. As you exhale, right hand comes down to your mat, left hand reaches over your head. So you can keep a bend in your right elbow if you'd like, maybe trying to bring that forearm a little further down to your mat. Breathe into your left side body. Really imagine your breath flowing there. Exhale. Walk both hands out to your right side. So diagonally in front of you, and you want to be reaching those hands in front of you, maybe come onto your fingertips. And equally continue to draw your sit bones down into your mat. Slowly walking those hands over to the opposite side, now over to your left, reaching them again diagonally over to your left. Big breath in. Exhale, try to reach a little further. And then walking that left hand further over to your left, right hand reaches overhead to your left. Breathe in to your right side body. Again, maybe bringing a bend into that left elbow, bringing your forearm a little further down towards your mat. Inhale, both hands come back above head, interlace fingers, palms push up towards the ceiling. And completing that front of the round, starting the opposite way. So left hand comes back down to your mat, right hand reaches overhead. Big breath in. Exhale, just walk those hands over to your left, diagonally in front of you, coming onto your fingertips. Inhale as you exhale, just melt your chest down towards your mat, sit bones, bottom drawing down into the ground. Walk your hands over to your right. Again, as you inhale, find length. As you exhale, try to melt your chest a little further towards the ground. Inhale, right hand comes over to your right. Left hand reaches over your head. And then as you inhale, come back, interlace your fingers up above your head. One more deep stretch, pushing the palms up and towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, just bring your hands in front of you. We're going to come into our all fours position. So spreading those fingers nice and wide, coming into your all fours. So shoulders stacked over wrists here, hips stacked over your knees. You want your back to be as flat as possible and the crown of your head again really reaching forward. So just make sure that you're not dipping through your lower back here. Keep that spine neutral. And then coming to flow through some cat-cow. So starting to link our breath to our movement a little bit more as you inhale. Scoop your belly low, open through your chest, gaze forward. As you exhale, round through your spine. So pushing your mat away with your hands, head, neck relax. Inhale, scoop belly low, chest lift, gaze forward. Squeeze your shoulder blades together here. As you exhale, round through your spine, push your mat away with your hands, shoulder blades draw apart. Inhale, scoop low, chest lifts. Exhale, rounding. And then just take any other movement that feels good for you right now. So maybe close your eyes, bring your awareness back to the internal. Keep that focus on the inner body and on your breath, and just take any movements that feel good for you. Maybe rocking from side to side or back and forth, maybe moving in a figure of 8. Just listening to your body and knowing that there is no way that you could do this wrong. The only way that that could happen is by not listening to what your body wants, what feels good right now. And then come back to stillness. So tucking your toes under. Again, spread those fingers wide, and you want to ground down through all parts of your hands here. So through the tips of your fingers, the pads of your fingers, through your knuckles, through the palms and the heels of your hands. Tuck those toes under, lift your bottom up and back, coming into our first downward facing dog. So again, your head, your neck is relaxed here, and just draw your shoulders away from your ears. You're creating a sort of upside down V shape with your body. So you really want your bottom to be reaching upwards. So towards where the back wall maybe meets the ceiling, and then draw your heels down towards your mat. Feet hip distance apart. So just maybe start to walk your dog out here again, bringing some movement in, bending at alternate knees. And as always, just take any other movement that feels good for you in this first downward facing dog of our practice, maybe rocking from side to side or back and forth. Before coming to meet in stillness. Start to walk your feet in between your hands now, taking gentle steps. Come into a nice forward fold, ragdoll, so take opposite elbows with opposite hands. Again, let that head, that neck relax. Maybe take a sway from side to side. It should feel nice on your lower back here, letting any of that tension release. And again, just coming to stillness before slowly rising up vertebrae by vertebrae. So taking a big breath in at the top here, come to sweep your hands up above your head. Palms come to touch, find some more length, really reach your hands up towards the ceiling. Try to keep your pelvis neutral, so just lift the front of your pelvis as your tailbone drops back down. Big breath in. And as you exhale, hinge forward from your hips. So leading with your chest, hinge from those hips, fold forward. You can bring a bend into the knees here, they don't need to be locked out. Head, neck, relax. As you inhale, halfway lift, back flat. So again, the crown of your head reaching forward, hands extended down towards your shins or towards your mat or the floor beneath you. As you exhale, plant your hands all the way down on your mat. Again, you can bring a bend in your knees to do this. And then you're going to step both feet back into a high plank. So really starting to engage through your core here. Again, shoulders stacked over wrists, spread those fingers wide. You want to be strong and drawing your heels towards the wall behind you. Drop down to your knees. Keeping your elbows into your sides and your bottom lifted. Slowly lower your chest and your chin down to your mat. Then as you inhale, now snake your body forward. You might just want to reposition your hands either side of your chest. As you inhale, come up into your cobra. So chest lifts here, hands either side of you. Big breath into your chest, into your heart space. Tuck your toes under and push back to your downward facing dog. You can push back to your child's pose first if you prefer. Taking a couple of breaths before walking your feet back in towards your hands. Inhale, again, halfway lift, back flat. Crown of your head extending forwards. Exhale, fold forward. Head, neck, relax. Inhale, coming up vertebrae by vertebrae, reaching both hands up above your head, palms come to touch, find length. Exhale, hinge from your hips, lead with your chest, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, back flats. Exhale, plant those hands down. Step both feet back into your high plank and we're going to flow back through knees, chest, chin. So elbows over wrists, shoulders over elbows. Drop down to your knees, elbows into your sides, bottom stays lifted. As you lower your chest and your chin down to your mat. Inhale, snake the body forward, coming into your cobra. Tuck your toes under, push back, downward facing dog. So these are called sun salutations and we use these to warm our body up at the start of our practice. So flowing through one more now, come to step your feet back in between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sweeping those hands up above your head, palms come to touch, find length, draw down through your feet. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward. Inhale again, halfway lift, back flat. Exhale, plant those hands down on your mat, step both feet back into your high plank. And again, drop down to your knees. Elbows into sides, lower down to your chest, to your chin. Snake forward, inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Tuck your toes under, exhale, downward facing dog. One more time, step those feet in between your hands, flowing through another sun salutation with a slight variation this time. So inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, hands come back up above the head. Palms come to touch, find length. Exhale, hinging, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale again, fold forward. And then on your inhale now, coming into our chair pose, Utkatasana. So dropping your bottom low, reach your hands in front of you. You want your shoulders to be dropped here. Chest open. Exhale, fold forward. Hands are down on your mat. Step back into your high plank. And again, drop down to your knees. Your chest, your chin, bottom stays lifted. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes under, push back to your downward facing dog. Moving into our warrior one now. Right foot steps forward in between your hands. So really step that foot forward, plant it in between your hands. If you need to adjust that foot, then just take a moment to do so. Your left foot now pivots out 45 degrees. You want your right knee to be stacked over your right ankle, and then as you inhale, rising up into your warrior one. So your hands are reaching above you here again, your shoulders dropped. You want your hips to be squaring towards the front of your mat. Take that big breath in. Exhale, plant your hands back down. Step that right foot back into your downward facing dog. Coming to your warrior one on your left now, so left foot steps forward this time. Right foot angles out, 45 degrees. As you inhale, rise up strong. Left knee stacked over left ankle this time. Reach those hands up above your head. Again, hips squaring towards the front of your mat. So if you do just need to adjust that back foot, then take a moment to do so. Sink a little deeper into your left knee. Exhale, hands come back down to your mat. Step your left foot back, downward facing dog. A few breaths of active recovery here. If you want to come into your child's pose for a couple of breaths, you can take your knees wide on your mat, bring your big toes to touch. Allow your sit bones to draw towards your heels and just bring your forehead or your chin to rest on your mat. If not, you can remain in your downward facing dog. Continue to draw your heels down and towards your mat. Just come back to your breath. Breathing in and out through your nose. So we're going to lift through our right leg now. Right leg lifts up towards the sky, foot flex, so toes pointing towards your mat. Keep drawing your left heel down and towards the ground. Maybe just start to bend at that right knee if that feels available to you, coming into our baby scorpion. So it's almost like your right hip is stacked on top of your left hip. Take a big breath in. And then as you exhale, sweep that right knee towards your nose and then plant that foot down in between your hands, coming into our lunge. So you can take a high or a low lunge. I'm going to take the low lunge, dropping down to my left knee. And as I inhale, sweep both hands up above my head. Again, palms come to touch and just find some length here. Reaching those hands up towards the ceiling and just allowing my hips to melt towards the ground beneath me. My right knee stacked again over my right ankle. Take a big breath in and then exhale. Left hand comes to the inside of your right foot. Reach that right hand up towards the ceiling. Really roll your right shoulder blade down into your spine. And bring that right upper arm bone back, so you're really twisting and opening through your chest here. Breathing in and out. Staying here for 2 more breaths before we come into our low side plank. So pivoting on your left knee now, bring that left foot over to your left. Right leg reaches out behind you and your right hand comes to reach over your head. Lift up through your hips, coming into our side plank. Really ground through your left hand. Create that strong foundation so you can lift through your hips. Again, 2 more breaths here. Really reach that right hand in front of you, fingertips sparking. Exhale, release, right hand comes back down to your mat. Step your right foot back into your low lunge and then just come up onto your fingertips, lift through your chest. Tuck the toes of your left foot under. As you inhale, find more lift. As you exhale, straighten out through your right leg. Draw your right heel down to your left heel, down towards your mat, fold forward. You should feel this stretch deeply through your right hamstring. And equally through your left leg, your calf, your hamstring. Drop back down to that left knee, chest lifts. Exhale. Folding, straightening out through your right leg. And then we're going to come straight into our crescent lunge now. So transferring the weight into that right foot, bring a bend back into that right knee. Left leg continues to stay active, heel pushing away from you here. And then with strength, as you inhale, lift up into your crescent lunge. So your right leg, your right knee continues to stack over right ankle. Find length. And then pivoting on your left foot now, open straight into our warrior two. Bring your gaze on the middle finger of your right hand. So your back foot is 90 degrees. So just come into your alignment for a second. You want the heel of your right foot to be in line with the center of your back foot. As you inhale, straighten out through your right leg, reach forward with that right hand. Right hand comes then to the inside of your right calf as you reach up and overhead with your left hand in our Trikonasana triangle pose. So all the way from your left foot to your left hand, you want to feel that sense of reaching, of finding length and of opening. Exhale. Cartwheel both hands back towards your mat. Bring a bend back into your right knee as you flatten your hands on your mat, and then step that right foot back into your downward facing dog. Roll forward into your high plank. Drop down to your knees, your chest, your chin. Snake the body forward, inhale cobra. Exhale, tuck toes under, push back, downward facing dog. Coming to repeat on the opposite side now. So left leg lifts, foot flexed, three-legged dog. Draw the right heel down towards your mat. And then there's an option to bring a bend into your knee here. So almost stacking your left hip on top of your right hip. Big breath in. And as you exhale, sweep that knee towards your nose. And then with control, plant your left foot in between your hands. Again, you may just want to make some adjustments here. Coming into our lunge, I'm going to take the low lunge, dropping down to my right knee. As I inhale, hands sweep up above my head, find length. So again, reaching those hands, but keep your shoulders dropped. Hips drawing down towards the ground beneath you. Breathe in. And as you exhale, right hand comes to the inside of your left foot. Reach up with your left hand. Bring your gaze up towards that left hand. Really reaching and sparking those fingers. Roll your left shoulder blade down into your spine. Take a deeper twist. Staying here for 2 breaths before coming into our low side plank. So starting to pivot on the right knee now. Bring your right foot over to your right. Your left leg extends behind you. Left hand reaches overhead. Again, you're grounding through your right hand to lift up through your hips. Engage through your core. And exhale, left hand comes back to your mat. Step your left foot back into your low lunge. Coming onto your fingertips here as you inhale, chest lifts. Tuck the right toes under. And then as you exhale, straighten out through that left leg. Right heel draws down towards the mat. Take a little fold forward. Inhale. Right knee drops back down, chest opens. Breathe in. Exhale. Straighten out through your left leg. Right heel draws down. As you inhale, again bringing a slight bend into that left knee now. But the right leg remains active and strong, heel pushing away. Left knee stacked over. Left ankle coming into our crescent lunge. Rising up strong. Again, finding some length here. Keep that knee stacked over that ankle. And then pivoting slightly now, 90 degrees on your back foot, open straight into your warrior two. Pelvis neutral. Gaze on the middle finger of your left hand. Drop those shoulders. As you inhale, straighten out through your left leg. As you exhale, reach forward with your left hand. It then comes down to the inside of your left calf. Reach overhead with your right hand, Trikonasana, triangle pose. So again, all the way from your right foot to your right hand, feeling that stretch, that sense of length. And it's like you're stuck in between two panes of glass here. So if you feel like you're maybe collapsing into your side body, just lift a little more, stay open. It's not about trying to get that left hand all the way down to your mat. One more big breath in. As you exhale, bend at your left knee, hands come back down to your mat, step your left foot back, downward facing dog. So just take a really big breath in here. And as you exhale, just sigh everything out through your mouth. Again, inhale, breathe in. Exhale. Walking both feet in towards your hands now. Lifting up vertebrae by vertebrae. As you inhale, sweep those hands up above your head. Palms come to touch, finding length, and then taking a gentle back bend as you inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Head, neck relaxed, inhale, halfway lift, back flat. Exhale, plant the hands down, step both feet back into your high plank, flowing through our transition. Drop down to your knees, elbows into the sides, engage through your core. With control, lower down to your chest. Inhale, snake up to cobra. Exhale, tuck toes under, push back, downward facing dog. Step both feet back in between your hands now. Standing with the feet just hip distance apart, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. On our next inhale, coming back into our chair pose, Utkatasana. So toe heel the feet together now. Reach the hands forward. You want your weight to be in the heels, and it's almost like you're sitting down into a chair behind you here. Like you're sitting down onto a stool. You might feel a burning in the legs. Exhale, fold forward. One more time, inhale, sweep the hands forward, drop your sit bones, come back into your chair pose. Big breath in, exhale, fold forward. And coming to a slightly deeper forward fold here, so just toe heel the feet apart, we're going to come into our fingers to toes. So taking our peace fingers, wrap them around your big toes. As you inhale, find length through your spine, reach the crown of your head forward. As you exhale, hinge from your hips. Again, just fold forward. So you can keep a bend in the knees. But with every inhale, try to find more length through your spine. With every exhale, try to fold a little deeper. Toe heeling those feet back together now. As you inhale, take a halfway lift, back flat. As you exhale, fold forward. Again, as you inhale, coming into our chair pose, Utkatasana. Hands reaching forward, shoulders drop. Long through your spine, open through your chest. Sit bone drops. And then maybe just transfer some weight into your right foot. See if you can lift your left leg off the ground, bending at your knee. Hold your balance. Big breath in, exhale, release, fold forward. Inhale, come back into chair pose. Weight into heels. Either remaining here or transferring the weight into your left foot. This time bend at your right knee. Focus your gaze and use your breath to help with your balance here, with your concentration. Exhale, bring that foot back down. Fold forward. Then coming to a different variation of our forward fold this time, so just toe heel your feet again a little wider apart. Coming into our gorilla pose, so taking the palms of our hands, pop them underneath the soles of our feet. Again, as you inhale, find length. And as you exhale, fold forward. Head, neck relaxed. Bend into the knees as much as you like here. Again, with every inhale, lengthen through your spine. With every exhale, fold a little deeper forward. And really ground those feet down into your hands, but simultaneously push your hands back up into your feet, and you should feel it deeper through your spine. And release, take the hands away from your feet, toe heel your feet just a little wider apart, and our toes turn down. Drop your bottom all the way down, coming into our Malasana, our yogi squat. So taking your hands to your heart center, roll your shoulders up, back and down into your spine. Elbows push into your knees here. Just close down through your eyes. Bring your awareness back to your breath. And just notice whether it feels different from when you started the practice. Notice where you can feel it in your body now. It's probably a little bit quicker, a little bit stronger, a little bit deeper than it was at the beginning. So just start to steady that breath out. Equal breaths in and equal breaths out. And then bringing your hands down in front of you, see if you can lower all the way down onto your bottom. And extending both legs out in front of you. So we're going to come to some single legged forward folds now. So just moving the fleshy part of your bottom away. Taking your left foot, pop that left foot into the inside of your right thigh. As you inhale, sweep both hands up above your head. Again, find length. And as you exhale, hinge from your hips. So you want to try to keep your spine as flat and as long as possible. You don't want to be rounding through your upper spine to get your nose to your knee. That's not what the aim really is here. Try to keep the spine long. And it's more about getting your chest to your thigh. You can bring a bend into that knee. You can take a strap if you have a strap, wrap it around your foot. As you exhale, just fold a little deeper down that leg. And just be patient with yourself in these positions. Allow your sit bones to relax. Allow the muscles in your thighs to relax. As with every exhale, you travel a little bit deeper, a little bit further. And release, coming back up now. Bring your left hand behind your back, right hand reaches overhead, pushing the hips up towards the ceiling and onto your left knee. Take a gentle back bend, breathe in, exhale, release, bottom comes back down to your mat. And then come to swap your feet and repeat on the opposite side. So left leg extends out in front of you, the sole of your right foot coming into your left thigh. As you inhale, find some length, just move that fleshy part of your bottom away, give a little wiggle. As you exhale, hinge from your hips, fold down your left leg. Again, the leg doesn't need to be straight here. You can bring a bend into that knee if that feels good for you. If you can bring a bend into the knee and then maybe take your hands around your feet, you can slowly start to ease and straighten that leg out. With every inhale, find length. With every exhale, again, try to fold a little deeper. Try to travel a little further. Continuing to relax your muscles, to relax your mind, and to let go. Inhale now, come back up, right hand comes behind your back, left hand reaches overhead, push up through your hips, come up onto that right knee, gentle back bend, breathe in, exhale, sit bones, come back down to your mat. Just bring both hands behind your back now. And then coming into almost a cross-legged position if this is available to you. Pushing up onto your knees. Again, just take another gentle back bend. Hips push forward. Coming back onto your bottom. Extend both legs out in front of you now. And lower down onto your forearms. And then gently come all the way down to lie on your mat. Hug your knees into your chest. Take a gentle rock from side to side. Really squeezing those knees into your chest here. Just take your left hand to your right knee. Right hand reaches out to your right side and then just rotate your knees over to your left. Bring your gaze towards your right and feel that nice twist through your side body. Inhale. Come back to center. Right hand comes to the left knee. Left hand reaches out towards your left, gaze towards your left. Drop your knees to your right. Take a twist the opposite way. And again now, just come back to center. Bring your hands down by your sides, legs reaching out in front of you. Allow your feet to fall out to either side, palms face up towards the ceiling. Coming into our final resting position now. So from the crown of your head all the way down to the very tips of your toes. Just feel and allow as every single part of you softens and melts into the support beneath you. Allow your shoulders to drop, the muscles around your face to relax. Allow your breathing to soften and your hips to let go. Your legs to become heavy. As you surrender into this final resting position, Shavasana. So you can stay in your Shavasana for as long as you like, or you can start to bring some awareness back to your body and some movement into your fingers, your toes, giving them a wiggle. Hug your knees back in towards your chest, squeezing tightly, give yourself a really big hug. Roll over to your right side. And then keeping your eyes closed when you're ready in your own time, roll back up to a seated position. Bring your hands to your heart center. Just take a moment now to check back in with yourself, to notice how you're feeling in your physical body, whether anything has maybe shifted for you, and equally how you're feeling mentally and emotionally now. And take one final moment to really appreciate and acknowledge yourself for taking the time out of your day to connect back and to give back to yourself. Big breath in through your nose. Exhale, bow chin to chest.